Maine Maritime men's lacrosse team hosted Husson for their semifinal matchup Friday night. Man, the defending champions are going back to the final. Here's how it happened. They were rowdy in Castine for this one. Early on, it's a 4-3 gain. Jaden Wilson for the Mariners coming around the corner. He fires it on net, and it's good. He led the team in scoring with 6 goals tonight. 2 minutes before half, Husson is down 12-3. Gunnar McAllister of the Eagles breaks to his right. He fires. It's deflected. He gets the rebound and does a bit of a Bobby Orr impression diving for the score. Midway through the third, it's 16-6 Mariners leading. A miscue by Husson allows Ben Elliott to scoop the ball with room to run. He has a man to his left, but keeps it himself. Their lead goes to 11. A few minutes later, Sam Nickel launches it to Brendan Runnington. He fakes the shot, spins around, and finds the top right corner of the net. Mariners take this one 27-11. They'll host the final Sunday afternoon.